Hello, good morning. I'm Spike, and my microphone is way too high for this. Hang on a second. What's going on here? That's not right. That's why. Let's make that a little bit more manageable. About there, maybe. I think that might do. I might have to gain that down a touch. Let's try that. Let's try again. Hello, I'm Spike. Good morning, and welcome back to another self-taught Japanese in Rosetta Stone 3. So here we are, start of a new week, and this week we are going to be on, as it says, core lesson 2. It reckons it's going to take about 30 minutes to do this module. I'm hopeful that it doesn't take too long to do. Sorry, I've just realised how dark it is in my room as well. Let's whack that light on and see if that helps. I mean, I've already got my windows sorted, my curtains open. We got Ollie the octopus and Annie the axolotl, or Axel the axolotl, here on stream with me. Why is that gain still so high? That's unreal. Let's take you down a bit. Let's get you down to here. That should be a bit more manageable. There we go. That's a little bit better. Not clipping into the red. So yeah, last week I managed to complete obviously the speaking and the review in the one day, and get them both up for catching up to where I'm expecting myself to be for these lessons. Now, obviously, with January, obviously my daughter was ill and then I was ill, so not much went up for the first month of this year. So I'm on a little bit of a back foot. We're on catch up, but I'm hoping that I can get through this by the end of February. I mean, we're on the 9th already, so you know it could take a little bit longer to get through all of this. I mean, what have we got? 9th. We're on the 9th now. 10th, 11th. No, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. Yeah, I think this might take 2 months to get through to finish the what's it? So it might be the end of March that we'll be getting to the milestone. But that's not too bad, because then new tax year in April and get to start a new disc. So that's not so bad. At least that's where I envisage that I'll be. That's the plan. If we can stay on track, if I can stay on track and keep smashing these out daily, and hopefully I'll be getting through all of this. These first two up to about here, writing. If the 14th was here, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so this should be roughly where the end of February is, somewhere around here, listening and reading. And this should be most of March up to here, because I assume I'm going to take a little bit of time getting through these, because they're going to be a little bit more difficult. Excuse me. Once again, it starts, and yet here I am with the old classic can of Monster, keeping me going. I've already had a coffee this morning for the school run, and I'm still yawning, apparently. So it's a body issue, I think. A body stealing oxygen issue in this particular room. So anyway, today I'm going to be doing core lesson 2. If you're not familiar with the videos, then this is where I document my casual self-taught learning of the Japanese language in this program, Rosetta Stone 3. It is quite an old program. It's like 2009, 2010. The version I'm using was updated 2010 into 11, because it's like version 3.4.7 or something. It has got issues running on Windows 10. And there are some programming errors in the program that in previous videos I've had to highlight, which is what I do here. I work through the documentation, document my working through these modules and this work on my way to teaching myself Japanese and learning Japanese, and I pick up and show, or at least comment on, some of the patterns that I notice, some of the things that I've learned about the Japanese language in the previous units, from my very limited knowledge on the language anyway, to begin with. And that's basically it. I'm just learning as I go, pointing out my mistakes, pointing out why I do things the way that I do, in the hope that perhaps maybe you guys will be able to use it too as a way of teaching yourself with any program out there, any app, any language resource, but primarily with these videos and this material. For which, I'm grateful for those who tune in to watch or to listen, and for anyone who ends up finding the channels. So, I suppose without further ado, I should probably start core lesson 2. I've already set up the microphone today. We'll just go straight in.
演劇
Now, engeki is what? Stage play? Musical theatre? That's cinema, that's orchestra. Let's go with these
演
guys.
劇コンサート
Concert. Oh, that's a concert, so we're going to go with this one.
コンサート映画
Ega can only be cinema. That's
Eiga.
cinema or movie, perhaps. So let's have a look. Let's just double check what engeki is, just to make sure. This is the other thing that I'll end up doing, is anything new that I'm coming across where it makes sense with the picture that the words gets matched with the picture I'm supposed to select. But I'd also like to know what that word means in the language. Engeki is theatre plays, drama, or theatre as an art form. Fantastic. So I was correct on the get-go. Well, there you go. It shows how, if you're used to how this program chucks information at you and the pictorial it gives you, you can understand kind of what it's throwing at you 95% of the time. So let's go to slide 2, see what's going to chuck at me now.
この人たちは演劇を見ています
So they went to watch a play, a theatre. Or they
彼
are
らは
watching.
ラジオを聞いています
They are listening to the radio.
男の子とお父さんは映画を見ています
The man and the dad, the son and the father are watching a movie. Or went to the cinemas. この人たちは演劇を見ています。彼らはラジオを聞いています。And 男の子とお父さんは映画を見ています。That actually sounded quite fluid this morning. I'm grateful for that. That must mean that my tongue's in the right place.
サッカー
I wonder what that is.
サッカ
This would be a slide for me and Ben. And let's see who we've got in the teams here. Is that an African team? Was that Romania in the yellow and the red? Without their crazy blonde haircuts. And who do we reckon the green is? Is it going to be Morocco, Saudi Arabia? Who else is green and white? Nigeria, green and white? I think Nigeria's green and white. Saudi Arabia used to be green and white. Morocco are green and white as well. There's 3 teams that it could potentially be. But then yellow and red, I would have gone with Romania from back in the day, but they don't have bright blonde hair. And if this was one of those matches, it could only be a friendly. Here we have, is that an Arsenal kit I see? But someone's wearing, is that Spurs kit? So, oh, what do we have here? Is that Chelsea Blues and a Liverpool kit? Well, you never know. Anyway, soccer. Soccer is what we're after.
ゴルフ
Oh, fantastic. And a sport that I actually play. Golf. Gorufu.
ゴルフテニス
Tenisu. Yeah, it's got to be the one in the
テ
middle,
ニ
hasn't
ス
it? So we have soccer,
サッカ
soccer,
ー
gorufu,
ゴルフ
gorufu, and
テニス
tenisu. So again, when it comes to sports, as we can see here, the Japanese have taken the Western English-speaking name for the sport and have nihoned it. They've made it Japanese by accepting it into their language and giving it a kanji, where they're using our or close to our pronunciation of the sport, just in their language. Because again, like when we've taken a fruit or a food or something, we generally tend to, particularly with French, we take a lot of French into our language and just leave the dish called what it is. And the Japanese do the same with some foods, some brand names, and clearly some sports. As in this case, soccer. We know what we're on about here. Soccer, gorufu. It's pretty much golf, isn't it? And tenitsu might as well be tennis, just with a U on the end. Anyway, let's go to slide 4. What have we got?
コンサート、
Concerto. Nice.
コン
Speaking
サー
language.
ト、演劇、
Engeki.
演劇、映画、
Eiga.
映画、サッカ
Soccer.
ー、サッカー、テニス、
Tennisu.
テニス、ゴルフ、
Gorufu.
ゴルフ、
Fantastic. We like this. Also, quick point to mention. I haven't mentioned this thus far, but reference sheets, as always, are alphabetized hiragana. It also has some katakana slowly progressing on the back. My sheet of numbers and tenses all the way down to the bottom. It's quite a useful sheet, that. And obviously, one with the days, it's bad, it smells, it's delicious, etc. over here. Then we've got seasons in this section here. We've got a couple of examples, and then days of the week or a week, month and year. Do you know, I'm not sure if I'm going to put these on here, because again, they're quite close in describing what they are visually as to what they actually are as an action and as a sport or as the thing that they're doing. I think I might leave them for now. Or should I write them down? I don't think it's important enough yet to write them down. Maybe later. Let's go slide 5. We've got 34
オ
to
レ
get
ン
through.
ジ、
Orange.
オレンジ、ジュース、
Juice.
ジュース、お茶、
Ocha.
お茶、人参、
Ninjin.
人参、
Well, these are quite obvious. Orange for orange. Juice for juice. Ocha for tea. And ninjin, I'm going to assume, is carrot rather than vegetable, because vegetables are yasai. So I would say that that's to do with the actual form that it is, ninjin being carrot. So there we have it. Orange, juice, ocha, and ninjin. Go slide 6. Let's see what we've got.
男の人は人参を食べています。
The man is eating a carrot. 男の人は人参を食べています。
女の人はオレンジを食べています。
The lady is eating an orange. 女の人はオレンジを食べています。
男の人と女の人はお茶を飲んでいます。
The man and the woman are drinking tea. 男の人と女の人はお茶を飲んでいます。
女の子はジュースを飲んでいます。
The girl is drinking juice. 女の子はジュースを飲んでいます。So let's do a quick recap of the forms. 男の人 is the old gentleman. It's man. It's to represent older male. And 女の人 is to represent an older female. In this case, lady. And then we got ocha for tea, nonde for drink, and imas, there is. So the no, to, no, wa, o in between is to determine which part of your form you're going for. So otoko no shito to, so and, onna no shito wa, the lady are drinking, it's onond, ononde, to drink, onond, to drink, wa ocha, the tea, because backwards it'll be imas, there is, onond, to drink, wa ocha, the tea, onna no shito, lady, to, and, otoko no shito, man. So man and lady, the tea, to drink there is kind of directly translated what that sentence is if you was to lay out all the individual words. So we can extrapolate from that and obviously get it in the right order. The man and the lady are drinking tea. You get the same with each of these slides. Otoko no hito, the man. Wa ninjin, the carrot. O tabete, to eat. Imas, there is. That there is a man eating a carrot is what the sentence would be translated as. But in this sense, the man is eating the carrot in the context of what we have in front of us. Same for the lady in the bottom, or nanoshito, the lady, wa orange, the orange, or tabate, to eat, imas, there is. And here we go, the same with the girl in the bottom corner, or nanoko, the girl, wa juice, the juice, or nond, to drink, imas, there is. So you can see why I suggest to remember how Yoda speaks in Star Wars. He's speaking Western English in our versions, but it seems like Steven Spielberg just decided to see Japanese and write English directly translated in the form that Japanese is when presented in Japanese. Because I bet if you took Yoda's script, turned it into Japanese, perfect sense. Flip it. Sorry, not flip it. Translate it into English. It's you speaking his English is exactly how Japanese would be written for it to make sense if the English was retranslated back in the same order into Japanese. It seems very odd that there's an incredible similarity between those two particular things. It could be an incredible coincidence, but that's what I think's happened. But it's a good mnemonic memory thing to remember that this is how Japanese is structured. Just think Yoda speaks this way. Place your words down, and then voila, there's your Japanese structure.
この男の子は人参が好きではありません。
Oh, so the boy does not like eating his, or does not want to eat the carrot. Carrots.
この女の子は馬が好きです。
That's about the horses, because Uma
こ
is
の
horses.
女の子はジュースが好きではありませ
The
ん。
girl doesn't want the juice.
この男の子はサッカーが好きです。
He wants the footballs. So, この女の子は馬が好きです. The girl likes playing, or the girl likes horses? And you assume the girl likes, yeah, the girl likes horses. この女の子はジュースが好きではありません. The girl does not want the orange juice, or does not want the juice. Doesn't like or want the juice. この男の子は人参が好きではありません. He doesn't want it. We can see he doesn't want. The boy doesn't want or like the carrots. Whereas この男の子はサッカーが好きです. The boy likes to play soccer. That's, again, we'll just double check these just to make sure, but I'm pretty confident that that's where we're at with these. So let me just do the shortest one, shall we? Which is この女の子は馬が好きです. No, this woman is not so beautiful. That's bollocks. Yeah, so Yasuki des is I like you. But that's not the context we're using. So the girl does like horses. She doesn't like the juice. He doesn't like the carrots. And he does like the footballs. Right? Because soccer is soccer, but he just has a load of footballs in his hand. So we would translate that as he likes football. Or he likes soccer, I suppose. So there we go. So let's go slide 8. Let's crack
こ
on.
の男の人はゴルフが好きです。
Well, that's about golf.
この女の人たちはお茶が好きです。
The ladies are drinking their tea.
この男の子は テニスが好きではありません。
He doesn't like tennis.
この女の子は赤い靴が好きではありません。
She doesn't like her red boots. So let's see what those sentences are. この女の子は赤い靴が好きではありません. Yep, she doesn't like her red shoes, her red boots. この男の子はテニスが好きではありません. The boy doesn't like tennis. この女の人たちはお茶が好きです. The ladies like drinking tea, or they like tea. この男の人はゴルフが好きです. The man likes golf. Yes, yes we do. Yes we do. I fucking love golf. I think it's great. I want to get really good at it. Here's hoping that the weather clears up and then me and Ben can go. But I have to wait for a dry weekend, eh? That's what I'm hoping for. Shout out to Ben. Woo! Let's go slide 9.
彼はオレンジが好きです。
Oh, so the guy likes oranges? Yes, yes he
彼
does.
はこのコンサートが好きではありません。
He doesn't like the concert.
彼はこのコンサートが好きです。彼はこのコンサートが好きです。彼はオレンジが好きではありません。
Okay, so now we're getting a little bit more involved. 彼はオレンジが好きです. He likes oranges. Clearly, look at that handful he's got. 彼はこのコンサートが好きです. He likes the concert. 彼はオレンジが好きではありません. He doesn't like the orange. He doesn't want the orange. He doesn't like the oranges. 彼はこのコンサートが好きではありません. He does not like the concert. Which, fine, yeah, okay, he's got his ears covered. He doesn't like it being loud music. Maybe he just doesn't like the volume. He clearly doesn't want those oranges that she's given to him either. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh. Let's go to side 10. Let's get to those double figures.
女の人たちはサッカーをしています。
Well, that's an easy one. Girls are playing soccer.
女の人たちはゴルフをしています。
The girls are playing golf.
女の人たちはテニスをしています。
The girls are playing tennis. Oh, I clicked
女
the
の
wrong
人
one.
た
What am
ち
I
はテ
doing?
ニスをしています。
That's clearly fucking football.
女の人たちは
Golf, yes, we know.
女の人たちは
Tennis, yeah, that's the one I got wrong.
女の人たち
That's the soccer. Let's try again, shall we? 女の人たちはサッカーをしています. The girls are playing soccer. The ladies are playing soccer. 女の人はゴルフをしています. So ladies are playing golf. 女の人たちはテニスをしています. And the ladies are playing tennis. I should say ladies because it is the form of ladies, not girls, because if it was girls it would be onanoko. It's not. It's ladies. It's onna no shitotachi because it's plural. And then obviously football, soccer. Oshite is to play, and there is imas. So you know it's not too difficult to figure out Japanese once you've got a little bit into the material of the earlier videos that I've done, or and the material of this program. I'd say after you get past the first couple of core lesson stuff, it does become a little bit more evident. The pattern recognition of how it picks you up on the grammar and how the construction of a Japanese sentence is made, etc. You'll notice that once you pick that up, it's very easy to see the patterns of what you're looking for, which is what makes this easy to digest and take in, or at least that's what I've found. Plus, you've then got the repeating patterns and forms of singular male, singular female, young male, young female, old female. Whether it's, again, singular versus plural. And then as we've gone through, or as I've gone through certain units, you've gone from personal, this is what they are doing, to this is what they like, and so on and so forth. You start getting a little bit more of the basic grammar. But again, the way it's put across makes it enticing to want to learn. It makes it interesting. And again, it's a little easier because there's not that much difference in formulation of the sentences. It sort of stays a little bit static. You're not having to worry too much about what's going on. Let's go to slide 11 and see what we got.
この女の子はサッカーをするのが
Well, she clearly doesn't like it.
この女の子はサッ
Of
カ
course
ー
it's
を
gonna
す
be
るのが好きではありま
good.
せん。この
good.
男の人はサッカーをするのが
Suki desu.
この男の人はサッカーをするのが好きです。この男の子はテニスをするのが
好きではありません。
この男の子はテニスをするのが好きではありません。この女の人はテニスをするのが
She clearly likes it because she
こ
isn't
の
crying about
女
it.
の人はテニスをするのが好きです。
Let's give these sentences a go. So the girl doesn't. This girl is playing. The girl who doesn't like playing soccer. She does not like playing soccer. He does like playing soccer. The man likes playing soccer. The boy doesn't like playing tennis, and the girl likes playing tennis. Over here, the lady. So この女の子はサッカーをするのが好きではありません。この男の人はサッカーをするのが好きです。この男の子はテニスをするのが好きではありません。この女の人はテニスをするのが好きです。Definitely getting there with some of these for the pronunciation, I think.
彼は料理するのが好きです。
彼は料理するのが好きです。He likes cooking.
彼は泳ぐのが好きです。
Yoga. It's the only one it can be. It's the swimming, but
彼女は走るのが好きです。
Yeah, she's got to love running.
彼女は本を読むのが好きです。
Okay, now we're getting into some different grammar. That just threw a curveball on this one because oyoideimasu. Oyoide is what I remember swimming to be. That makes sense for the cooking. Hon no yomono. That yomono is new. And hashimasu, I suppose hashimasu was running or jogging. So I suppose hashiru is the form of she likes, it's not she's not doing the action, she likes the action. So it's a slightly different form. So here we go. Kare wa oyogu no ga suki desu. Kare wa ryori suru no ga suki desu. Konojo wa hon no yomu no ga suki desu. And konojo wa hashiru no ga suki desu. Yeah, so he likes swimming. He likes cooking. He likes to go swimming. He likes to cook. She likes to read, and she likes to go running. Is the translation on those? From what my estimation is, from what I've learnt thus far, from what the pictorials show, and the change in the grammar that's for the actual activity that's thrown me a little bit because they're just a little bit different from Unit 1. That's how old these particular, that's how advanced it's gone. If you watch the Unit 1 videos, you'll see what I mean. These are the kinds of activities that were being taught in Unit 1 into Unit 2. We're now returning to it, and it's ramped up in the grammar as we get to the end of Unit 4, the end of Disc 1. So, here we go. Let's go Unit 2.
何をするのが好きですか？
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 私はサッカーをするのが好きです。
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 何をするのが好きですか？
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 私は本を読むのが好きです。
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 Now I'm surprised that I managed to get those down first time round. Because I thought that I'd get the Nogyaski desu ka and the Suru no Gaski desu. Yeah, Suru no Gaski desu and the Nogyaski desu ka and the Yomo no Gaski desu. I thought I'd get them all a little bit muddled up. And, well, I am nearly tripping up over my words, but I'm surprised that it's picked up the pronunciation. So I'm quite happy with that. Nani o suru no ga suki desu ka? Watashi wa saka o suru no ga suki desu. Nani o suru no ga suki desu ka? Watashi wa hon no yomo no ga suki desu ka? Yasuki desu. See, there we go. Just adding bits on the end. So we got what do you like to do? I'm assuming I like to play football. Or I like football. I'm gonna assume I shouldn't, but that's what I assume. Then the question is Nani o suru no ga suki desu is what do you like to do? It's a polite affirmative statement used to describe hobbies or preferred activities. Yeah, nani o suru no ga suki desu ka? What do you like to do? I like to play football. What do you like to do? I like to read books. Nice and easy, simple slides. There we go. So, nani o suru no ga suki desu ka? What do you like to do? And then, watashi wa saka o suru no oh my god, here we go. Watashi wa saka o suru no ga suki desu. So, that's one. That is one I think I will write down. So we go into here. We're going to put Nani. Oh, might be the wrong pen. This is the wrong pen. Uh-oh. Can't be wrong with the wrong pen. Nani suru no ga suki desu ka? What? Oh, pen's running out. Do you like to do? We'll put an example. So I've got an example down. Watashi wa so bear with me a second, guys and girls. Saka o suru no ga suki. Oh, that's a terrible way of writing it. Just write it normally, dude. This. I like to play soccer. There we go. And then we'll also put Tashi wa hon yomu no ga suki desu. I like to read books. There you go. Right, let's go to slide 14.
何をするのが好きですか？私はラジオを
What do you
聞
like to
く
do?
の
I
が好
like
き
to
で
listen
す。
to the radio. Nani o suru no ga suki desu ka?
何をするのが好きですか？私
She
は
likes-
料理をす
she
るの
likes
が
to
好きです。
Yeah, she likes to cook. Watashi wa ryori o suru no ga suki desu. Let's see if that's
男の子はお母さんよりたくさんのジュースを持っています。
so the boy and his mum are like The boy and his mum like. What's Yori Taksan? Oh, something about they like juice or they're going to drink juice. It's going to be these two. It's got to be those two, right?
女の子はお父さんより大きいケーキを持っています。
Ah, the little girl and her dad like to eat cake.
女の子はお母さんよりたくさんのオレンジを持っています。
The little girl and her mum both like oranges.
先生は学生よりたくさんの本を持っています。
The teacher and the pupil like to read books, but they're not actually reading books. So what is Yori Taksan? Let's have a look. Yori Taksan. You've got to find that out, right? So what is a Yori Takusan? What does that mean? A lot more, much more, many more. Ah. Okay. So if that's the case, that's what we're looking at. So the teacher has more books, has a lot more books than the student. A little girl has more books, more oranges than her mum. The boy has more juice than his mum. And the girl has more cake than her dad. That would be my estimation of the translation, considering Yori Takusan means many more, or a lot more, or much more. So, yeah. Yori Takusan no hon, many more books. So, again, you're giving the two people in the context, you're giving what's happening in the context and what they're doing with the context. So teacher and student, many more books there is than. It's essentially the sentence. So sensei wa gokusei yori takusan no hon no motemasu. The teacher has many more books than the student. 女の子はお母さんよりたくさんのオレンジを持っています。The little girl has more oranges than her mum. 男の子はお母さんよりたくさんのジュースを持っています。The boy has more juice than his mum. 女の子はお父さんより大きいケーキを持っています。The little girl has more cake than her dad. And that's what I would assume is going on there. Now this is one to write down. So let's take I want to take the shortest one, but I think I might take just the top one. And say, Sensei wa gakusei yori takusan no hon o motemasu. And just to make sure that that is correct, I'm going to make sure that I Googled that entire sentence just to make sure that that is what I think it is. So sensei wa gakusei yori takusan hon o motemasu. Meaning in Japanese. Oh, of course, there won't be any. Oh, it's because I put MP, not no. No hon. Let's put. Oh, and I put cot instead of mod. Why is my keyboard being crap on my phone? The Japanese sentence. Sensei wa gakusei yori takusan no hon no motemasu. The teacher has more books than the student. There we go. So just to clarify, yes, that is correct. Which is the teacher has more books than the student. Hmm. There we go. I'm just going to put a little bit of a learning line in there. Right, that's a couple of those done. Got some new notes, and we're about halfway through now as we go to slide 16.
女の
Fantastic.
人は息子さんほどたくさんのジュースを持っていません。
Oh, 女の人は息子さんほどたくさんのジュースを持っていません。So, the lady and her son. No, the lady has less. The lady has not got as much juice as her son.
女の子は友達ほど大きいパンを持っていません。
The girl doesn't have as much bread as her brother.
男の人は息子さんほど大きいケーキを持っていません。
The man doesn't have as much cake as his son.
男の人は奥さんほどたくさんのお茶を持っていません。
The man doesn't have as much tea as his wife. Okay, there we go. See, once you know what the words are, it's not hard to realise the sentence when it's asking for it, even though the smaller bits of grammar sort of get dropped, and I do kind of focus on the main parts of the sentence, like the form, whether it's it's the girl or the brother, the bread. But yes, as we can assume from the previous slide that this is now in the negative, so they do not have as much as. They don't have as much. So hodo takusan is the opposite to yori takusan. So let's have another one here. And let's go with the one about cake. Let's go with that. Otoko no shito wa musuko-san hodotaku-san. No, it isn't. Oh, it's not hodotaku-san. It's hodooki. So now we need to look that up, actually. Keiki mot imasen. So actually, I do need to look that up because that isn't quite the same now, is it? So, otoko no shito. Just bear with me a second while I try and type as fast as I can. We won't make a miss-san. Hodooki. No, not imas, it's imasen. The man does not have a cake as big as his son's. The man does not have as large a cake as his son does. Oh. The man does not, imasen, have a cake as big as. We'll take the first translation because it's closest to the literal. So we know that Yuri is positive and Hodo is negative, right? Oh, does that mean I'm going to have a back page to my numbers? Oh, that's so good. We're already at 45 and we're just about halfway through. It's going to be a long video.
女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。
Hmm.
女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。
Huh.
女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。
What?
男の人は
Oh, I'm going to have
奥
to start
さ
that
ん
one
ほ
again.
どたく
That's not
さ
good.
んパンを持っていません。女の人はご主人ほどたくさん。女
That was the same
女
as the
の
start.
人は
What
ご
the
主
hell?
人ほど男の人は奥さんよりたくさんパンを持っています。
Oh my
男
god.
の人は奥さんよ
This
り
one's getting,
男
this
の
is
人は
difficult.
奥
Right,
さん
stop,
より
stop,
たくさん
stop.
パンを持ってい
I
ます。
Yeah, I don't care.
男の人は
Stop
奥さ
repeating
んよ
it.
りたくさん
Oh my
パンを
god.
持っています。
I don't care. I want to repeat it.
女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っていま
Being
す。
an arsehole now.
男の人は奥さんよりたくさんパンを持っています。
Right.
男の人は奥さんほどたくさんパンを持っています。
Mm-hmm.
女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。
Right. After actually listening to what was being said and getting them down. So, 女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。The lady doesn't have as much money as her boyfriend, her husband? Yeah, ご主人's husband. Okay, cool. 女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。The lady does. The lady has more money than her husband. 男の人は奥さんよりたくさんパンを持っています。The man has more bread than his wife. 男の人は奥さんほどたくさんパンを持っていません。The man doesn't have as much bread as his wife. Is Oxen wife? I need to get this right. I might be getting these relationships wrong. Oxen is polite term for wife. What am I on about? So Goshujin should be husband, right? Yes, husband. Cool. Well, let's got that out of the way. Let's crack on. Slide 18.
どちらの動物が大きいですか？こちらの動物が大きいです。
Okay. It's gonna be
ど
that bad
ちら
boy.
の動物が小さいですか？
Yeah.
こちらの動物が小さいです。
Okay. Shut up. I did click it. What are you on about?
どちらの果物が赤いですか？こちらの果物が赤いです。
うん。
どの果物が緑ですか？この果物が緑です。
Okay. So, can you find the large... which one is the large animal? This one's the large animal, I assume. Let's have a quick do the old classic translation or the search, shall we, of the sentence. No, not such a... Why is it doing this? Hit one key and it chooses the one next to it, and I don't have fat buns. The 動物には大きいですか? Which animal is bigger? This animal is bigger. Which animal is smaller? This animal is smaller. Which fruit is red? This fruit is red. Which fruit is green? This fruit is green. Okay, maybe that last one's a little bit. So, dono. Because it isn't anymore, is it? Dono kudamono ga midori. Midori desu ka? Which fruit is green? Yes. So let me just make sure that this means the same. Oh, it's the same. So it's probably showing how dochira and kochira can get scaled down to dono and kono in asking and response, which makes sense. That's fine. That's cool. No warnings or notation though to say that's the case. It's okay, fine, fair. Let's go to slide 19.
どちらのおもちゃが大きいですか?
Ayoi omocha ga goki desu.
青いおもちゃが大きいです。どちらのおもちゃが小さいですか?
And the little rubber ducky. Yeah, everyone loves a rubber ducky. 黄色
のおもちゃが小さいです。どちらのシャツが茶色ですか?
And大きいシャツが茶色です。
どちらのシャツがピンクですか?
It needs to be the pink shirt, surely.
小さいシャツがピンクです。
Okay, so here we go. Which toy is bigger? The blue toy is bigger. Which toy is smaller? The yellow toy is smaller. Which shirt is bigger? Yeah, which shirt is bigger? The brown shirt is bigger. Oh no. What is the brown shirt? The brown shirt is bigger. What is the pink shirt? The pink shirt's bigger. No, the pink shirt is smaller. So yeah, it's just it's asked, swaps it round. That's cheeky. Dochira no omocha ga oki desu ka? Ayoi omocha ga oki desu. Dochira no omocha ga chisai desu ka? Kiro no omocha ga chisai desu. どちらのシャツが茶色ですか? 大きいシャツが茶色です。どちらのシャツがピンクですか? 小さいシャツがピンクです。Cool, let's go. Slide 20. Oh, here we go. What have we got here? No. What?
誰が青い T シャツを着ていますか?
What? Why is it dying? Why are they asking a question about the T-shirt? どの T シャツが赤いですか? Okay. Then we got the golf. 誰がゴルフをしていますか? Yeah. Then we got the balls. So どのボールが白いですか? 誰がサングラスをかけていますか? I didn't drag it, I clicked it.
どのサングラスがピンクですか?
Yeah. So, 誰が青い t-shirt, Satsu. Oh my god, I can't even speak now, so I'm a little bit thrown for a loop as to why they're all questions. 誰が青い T シャツを着ていますか？どの T シャツが赤いですか？誰がゴルフをしていますか？どのボールが白いですか？誰がサングラスをかけていますか？どのサングラスがピンクですか？Why? Why are they... I don't get why they've just changed. So this is the only problem with this program. It does throw you a curveball which changes up the form that seems to throw why you're learning that particular bit of grammar in that particular way. Who is wearing the blue shirt? Okay. So these are all questions. Who's wearing the blue shirt? Which one's the red shirt, or which shirt is red? Are they playing golf? Is there a white ball? That's Darig. I need to know about the sunglass one, because that's the one that's throwing me about. Darig sunglasses or kakte maska deska needs to be deska, doesn't it? Which is who is wearing sunglasses? Who is playing golf? Okay. I'm good for the 8th. That's gonna be... Excuse me when I just pencil in. Yeah. Gemini. Cool. So, with them done, let's go slide 21. Let's see what we've got.
私はコーヒーよりお茶の方が好きです。
I like to drink coffee. I like to drink coffee over tea.
私はオレンジよりリンゴの方が好きです。
私はサッカーよりテニスの方が好きです。
And that's football and tennis. Okay.
私はジュースより牛乳の方が好きです。
Okay. 私はコーヒーよりお茶の方が好きです。I like coffee as much as tea. I'd assume. 私はサッカーよりテニスの方が好きです。I like football over tennis, or I like football as much as tennis. That's what I'm going to think this is. 私はオレンジよりリンゴの方が好きです。I like oranges. I like oranges as well as apples. One can assume. And 私はジュースより牛乳の方が好きです。I like juice and milk. I like juice, but I like milk. Oh, I like milk more than juice. Okay. I like football more than tennis. I like coffee more than tea. And I like apples more than oranges. Let's have a look and see if that's correct, shall we? Just in case. It's not deska anymore, is it? Nope, it's there. So, watashi wa kohi yori ocha no hu ga suki desu. Yep, I prefer tea over coffee. So, I got that. Again, see what I mean? Like, getting close to the context of translation and nearly being correct on the sentence that pops up. Oh, excuse me, guys, girls. But yes, considering what pops up in the slide, what pops up in the sentence, and then trying to reverse engineer the translation as a non-native Japanese speaker, but a Western English speaker, again, this program does pretty darn well in attempting to get through. Why is that 5/1? Which one did I get wrong? I got all 5 of them right in the last pass, didn't I? Yeah, which one's wearing...
誰が
Who's wearing the
青
blue
い T
shirt?
シャツを着ています
Yeah,
か
I'm sorry, I've got to go back and do this. And this one is that one, yeah.
ど
And then
の
we've got
T
golf.
シャツが赤いですか
Golf, yeah.
誰がゴルフをしています
I
か
got these! I don't get why it's saying I got one wrong. The white ball,
ど
yeah.
のボールが白いですか
Got it there. Yep,
誰
yep.
がサングラスをかけていますか
Yep, and then pink sunglasses, we know. Cool.
ど
Yep,
のサングラスがピンクですか
cool. So it's done. Sweet, let's move to the next one. Green. Yeah, cool, green. And we got these green.
私はコーヒーよりお茶の方が好きです。
I prefer tea over coffee.
私はオレンジよりリンゴの方
I
が
prefer
好きで
apples
す。
over oranges.
私はジュースより牛乳の方が好きです。
I prefer milk over juice.
私はサッカーよりテニスの方が好きです。
Who prefers football over tennis? There we go. So to continue this slide, yeah, like I was saying, the assumption of the context and the translation is roughly getting there, just on first glance. Again, this slide is perfect for it, I suppose. And then for me to end up researching it, and it comes up with this, shows that clearly, I'm on the right track to understanding this language. At the point I'm at, and in individual slides, I'm not far off for someone who on the fly is trying to understand and translate the sentence to get the pictorial selection correct, obviously, because that's important. And then obviously it's prompting me to pick up things and find things out for what I don't understand, but I'm really not that far off. It's just more a confirmation of that understanding, which is great, because then that means that the context is coming through in the Japanese language just based off of what I know thus far, which for level 1 CD and 3 and a bit units, 4 units, that's not bad. That's not bad for basics. Let's go to slide 22, see how much more difficult it's going to get. So this is about shoes, huh? So let's go with this one.
どちらの靴が好きですか私は緑の靴より青い靴の方が好きです。
So, which shoes do you like? I like the green shoes more than I like the blue shoes more than the green shoes. It is a little bit odd that the thing you don't like as much comes before the thing you do like. However, I suppose in the context, their sentences are half backwards, I suppose. In reading from left to right. Yeah. So, どちらの靴が好きですか? 私は緑の靴より青い靴の方が好きです。So this one's どちらのシャツが好きですか?
どちらのシャツが好きですか?
Close enough. And she's going to say, this has got to be the answer. 私は青いシャツより黒いシャツの方が好きです。Oh, messed up the last
私
bit.
は青いシャツより黒いシャツの方が好きです。
So she prefers the black shirt over the blue. See, it's not too hard to understand. Which shoes do you like best? I like the blue shoes over the green shoe, or more than the green shoes. Which shirt do you prefer, or do you like? I like the black shirt more than the blue. That's why she's holding up the black shirt. Just black comes after the blue in this case. Let's go slide 23. See if we can get through some of these.
ど
Got 10
ち
and
らの
11
自
left to go.
転車が好きですか？
どちらの自転車が好きですか？
どちらの自転車が好きですか？
私はピンクの自転車より緑の自転車の方が好きです。どちらのワンピースが好きですか？
私は白いワンピースより赤いワンピースの方が好きです。
私は白いワンピースより赤いワンピースの方が好きです。私は白いワンピースより赤いワンピースの方が好きです。
私は白いワンピースより赤いワンピースの方が好きです。
I got close enough the first time, but just didn't want to pick it up because I was trying to say it too fast. God damn. Let's go for that a second time. Oh, maybe not. No, let's go to... So, I'll do it from the slide. Which bike do you like? I like the green bike more than the pink bike. And which dress do you like? I like the red dress more than the white dress. For those who saw the slide.
どちらの家が好きですか？
Which house do you like?
私は古い家より新しい家の方が好きです。
どちらの車が好きですか？
どちらの車が好きですか？
私は新しい車より古い車の方が好きです。
I'm happy with that. Getting the which car do you prefer? Which car do you like? As a non-prompt. I mean, yeah, okay. You get the sentence above it that gives you the form. So it's not easy. It's not too hard to replace the word that you need for the object you require in asking the question when it's asking you to say something or speak the sentence. But it's good practice. To get it right. So, どちらの家が好きですか? Which house do you like? I like the new house over the old house. Or more than the old house. I mean, obviously. That's why he's moving, clearly, right? And I was asked to say, どちらの車が好きですか? Which car do you like? This person likes the older car more than the new car. 私は新しい new 車より古い車の方が好きです。Nice. Let's go to slide 25.
15ポンド。
15ポンド? No idea what. 15ポンド. Gotta be the pounds.
円。
In. It's gotta be the yen.
5ドル。
The dollar.
10ユーロ。
10 euro. It's gonna be 10 euros. Oh yeah, sweet. So 5 doru is $5. 10 euro is 10 euros. 15 pondo is 15 pounds. And en is however much yen this is. 150 yen? 160 yen. Or is it just to mean coin? I don't know. That one's a little bit superfluous, I guess. But these were easy. I mean, look at that. Juga Pondo. It's British pounds. God, they're old notes. I wish we still had those old notes. Go Doru. We know Go is 5, and that's got to be $5. And Jew is 10, and Euro. That's pretty self-explanatory in that picture that it's 10 euros. So we're getting into money now. Let's see what we got on 26. Let's go.
10円、
Jew en. Yeah, it's 10 en.
5円、
Go en is 5 en.
1円、
And 1 yen. So 1 money, 1 money, 5 money, 10 money. So is it N and yen as the currency? Not too sure. But there it is. 1 yen, 5 or 6, 5, and 10. Even though that looks like a 6, it doesn't look like a 5. Anyway, slide 27, let's
シ
go.
ャツは12ポンドです。
Ah, so the shirt costs £12.
本は15ドルです。
The book costs $15.
サングラスは20ユーロです。
The sunglasses are €20. So, シャツは12ポンドです。The t-shirt's £12. 本は15ドルです。The book is $15. サングラスは20ユーロです。Sunglasses are $20. 20 euros, sorry. That wasn't so difficult, was it? Let's go to 28, see what we got.
人参はいくらですか？
How much are your carrots? 人参は3ドルです。Yep.
人参
The
は
carrots are $3.
3ドルです。お
Cool.
茶はいくらですか？
How much is your tea? お茶は2ユーロです。
お茶は
Tea is
2ユーロ
2
です。
euros.
映画のチケットはいくらですか？
How much are your tickets? 映画のチケットは9ポンドです。The tickets
映
are
画
9
のチケッ
pounds.
トは9ポンドです。
So there it is. 人参はいくらですか? How much are your carrots? 人参は3ドルです。Carrots are $3. お茶はいくらですか? How much is your tea? お茶は2ユーロです。Tea is 2 euros. 映画のチケットはいくらですか? How much are your tickets? 映画のチケットは9ポンドです。They are £9. Tickets are £9. Let's go slide 29. We're getting towards the end,
コン
guys.
サートのチケットはいくらですか？
How much are your tickets for the
コン
concert?
サー
I
ト
didn't
の
see
チケッ
the
トはいくらですか？
コンサートのチケットはいくらですか?
コンサートのチケットはいくらですか？
40ユーロです。
They're 40
サンドイ
euros.
ッチはいくらですか？
3ポンドです。
3ポンドです。
3ポンドです。オレンジジュースはいくらですか？
オレンジジュースはいくらですか?
オレンジジュースはいくらですか？
1ドルです。
There we go. So, how much are the concert tickets? コンサートのチケットはいくらですか? 40ユーロです。40 euros. サンドイッチはいくらですか? How much is this sandwich? 3ポンドです。3 pounds. オレンジジュースはいくらですか? How much is this orange juice? 1ドルです。1 dollar. 1 dollar! Shouldn't go
コン
Chinese.
サートのチケットは映画のチケットより高いです。テレビはサングラスより高いです。新聞は本より安いです。帽子はコートより安いです。
So, コンサートのチケットは映画のチケットより高いです。So, the concert ticket is more. It's a lot more. The concert ticket is more than just the normal ticket. More than the than the movie ticket. The cinema ticket. テレビthat's コンサートのチケットは映画のチケットより高いです。テレビはサングラスより高いです。So the TV is a lot more than the sunglasses. 新聞は本より安いです。So newspaper is a lot less than the book. And 帽子はコートより安いです。And wait a minute. Yeah, and the hat is a lot less than the coat. Yes. Because takai is more and yasui is less. Yeah, it's correct. I'm not going mad.
青いズボンは緑のズボンよりです。
Yep.
青いズボンは緑のズ
The
ボンよ
blue
り
trousers
高
are a
い
lot
です。
more than the green trousers.
紫の自転車は黄色の自転車より
安いです。
紫の自転車は
Purple bike
黄色
is a
の
lot
自
less
転
than the
車
yellow
より
bike.
安いです。黒い電話は白い電話よりです。
Yep.
黒い電話は白い電話より高いです。
The black phone is
黒い
more
サ
than
ン
the
グ
white
ラ
phone.
スは赤いサングラスよりです。黒いサングラス
The
は
black sunglasses
赤
are a
い
lot
サン
less than
グ
the
ラスより
the
安
red
い
ones.
です。
So, 青いズボンは緑のズボンより高いです。紫の自転車は黄色の自転車より安いです。黒い電話は白い電話より高いです。黒いサングラスは赤いサングラスより安いです。Cool. So here again, we've got the blue trousers are more than the green trousers. The purple bike is less than the yellow bike. The black phone is more than the white phone. And the black sunglasses are less than the red sunglasses. Let's go slide 32. We're nearly on the home stretch. So 青いシャツはいくらですか? No. It's Dachiri. Of course it's Dachiri. Dachira. It's going to be the bottom slide, isn't it? It's got to be. Of course. どちらのス
どちらのスカートが好きですか？私は白いスカート
not a
より
t-shirt.
青いスカートの方が好きです。
Yeah, I fucked that up. So どちらのスカートが好きですか? 私は白いスカートより青いスカートの方が好きです。So she's asking, what do you think? Which skirt do you like best? I like the blue skirt more than the white skirt. Here we go. And we've already done that. Why am I clicking the skirt? I'm an idiot. Oh, I gotta do it again. There we go.
どちらのスカートが好きですか？私は白いスカートより青いスカートの方が好きです。
Okay. So,
青いシャツはいくらですか？
How much is this blue shirt? 7ユーロです。7 euros. Yes. That was a bit of a funny slide. So yeah, she's asking which skirt do you like best or more? And she's saying she likes the blue skirt more than the white skirt. He's asking how much is the blue shirt, and the blue shirt is 7 euros. Go slide 33, penultimate
ど
slide.
ちらのセーターが好きですか？
どちらのセーターが好きですか? Yes.
どちらのセーターが好きですか？
Which sweater do you like?
私は紫のセーターより灰色のセーターの方が好きです。
私は紫のセーターより灰色のセーターの方が好きです。
私は紫のセーターより灰色のセーターの方が好きです。灰色のセーターはいくらですか？
灰色のセーターはいくらですか？
灰色のセーターはいくらですか？29ドルです。
29ドルです。
29ドルです。
Fantastic. Fantastic. So which sweater do you like? I like the white sweater over the purple sweater. Well, I like the white sweater more than or grey sweater, sorry, more than the purple sweater. How much is the purple sweater? It's $29. Last slide, here we go. End of today's video. Let's see if we can get this right. It's got to be the question.
何をするのが好きですか？
私はサッカーをするのが好きです。
Okay. So, どちらの靴が好きですか？
私は黒い靴の方が好きです。
Okay. So then he's going to ask, how much? いくらですか？
いくらですか？
And he's going to say 60ユー
60
ロ
ユーロ
です。
です。
So, you know, I like that. 何をするのが好きですか? What do you like? I like football. I like soccer. Which shoes do you like? I like the black shoes. How much are they? 60 euros. And that's it. It's a little intuitive. It's getting a little bit more intuitive into this. I'm glad that's the core lesson done. Here we go, 121 marks, and you had a couple of repeats because two places that I made some really silly mistakes of just not, again, paying attention at the slides and clicking the wrong one because I'm hearing something that I wasn't actually hearing, and a couple where I was actually mishearing what was being said and just selecting the wrong one, rather than my brain not catching up with the change of the pictures being in a different position. But in any case, that is core lesson 2 done. We are on our way for this week in unit 4 in the second lesson after that. That's fantastic. I love it. So tomorrow will be the pronunciation, both the new unit pronunciation and then a repeat of the previous module's pronunciation. And then, so we'll be starting the new stuff and then the repeat of the previous lessons module. And we'll be doing that all the way up till we get to the review. And then it'll be core lesson 3. We'll do the same again, but with the core lesson 2 stuff being repeated instead. And so on and so forth until we get to the milestone. So that wasn't too bad. So I felt like I actually learned a fair bit. We've got a couple of things laid out on the old resource sheet, which is good. So we've got some new ideas there with my reference sheets. That's pretty good. Just so that I don't get too stuck, both in the program and outside the program when I do little tiny bits of revision here and there. It really isn't that much, guys and girls. It's just as and when I feel like, to be totally honest, and a lot of it isn't until a couple of days after this one will be done. I'll be looking at what we did today, probably Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even end of the week. Sometimes it's even on the Sunday evening going into the Monday, or right before I do a stream, a video, or an upload. So I really, like, as much as I'm taking it as seriously as I want to, like, this is quite serious for me. I'm just making sure that I'm bubbling along and consistent rather than pushing myself to do too much. Because if I push myself to do too much, my motivation just disintegrates, and or I cause myself a lot of anxiety and pressure in needing to perform and succeed. And as a result, that perfectionism and the rumination of the lack of perfection that my OCD brings me, I end up just caving and collapsing in activities, regardless of what it is. This is one I don't want to lose. It's kind of why I've coupled it with what I'm learning. I'm doing live on stream with you guys, but it's also enabling me to make this documented, casual learning of and have it as content as well. So it's a little bit of a cheat system I've got going on for myself here, just so that I can do two things at once: be able to stream content, make content, and also teach myself Japanese that I hope other people will find useful with the materials that are in these videos. It's a good way of being able to supply it, if you like. Anyway, that's the video for today. That's core lesson 2 done. That's that module done. It was a good half hour stretched out into an hour and 25 minutes thus far. So I think we should probably end it there. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching the stream or listening to it in the background. Support is very much appreciated here at Ex Officina and CMP. As always, like, follow, share, and subscribe. You can find me at twitch.tv/exofficina and youtube.com/exofficina. If you find me on one platform, you can find me on the other because both pages link. As always, if you want to get in touch, please drop a comment in the video below. Let me know what you think or what you might want to see. Failing that, you can always join my Discord. Again, it's free to join. Probably the best way to direct message me is over on there. Unless you're chatting to me in the stream chat or you know me in real life and you've got me on Facebook, Instagram, you know, all the usual spots, or my actual phone number. You guys know who you are. So yeah, that's it for me. As always, if you're going to share this out, please share it to those who you think would enjoy this material. Anyone who wants to learn or teach themselves Japanese but might not be able to afford lessons, doesn't want to do it through apps, might not be able to afford or budget for subscriptions or language materials or language packs for various programs, then I hope that you'd like to come here and use this source. Again, I'm doing this as I go on stream, not that much referencing or, home learning, apart from my reference sheets that I do occasionally read and look at just to keep the basics ticking over, just to keep things a little fresh. What I'm learning is as I go on stream, which is documented in each of these videos. So although it might be a bit rough, ready, raw, it's transparent and honest. I'm hoping that that comes through. And again, that the methods that I'm currently going or using for myself, they seem to be working. The memory is in there. These concepts around the grammar and the structure are there. Pronunciation is getting there. Like I've mentioned, I would like to practice with real people in real conversation, regardless of language. If you are learning Japanese or you're a native Japanese speaker and you like what you're seeing, you'd like to help me out, then a trading of skills would be preferable. Come join me on the Discord. We can just discuss things there. Otherwise, I'd like to have a bit of a community where those who want to learn this way or just want to shore up some things, just want to make a new friend. That's my intention anyway with my community. Then come over to the Discord and play some games, and turn and chat, learn Japanese, or test each other on Japanese, whatever you fancy. That's kind of the idea behind this. So again, like, follow, share, and subscribe. Twitch.tv/xofficina and YouTube.com/xofficina, and you can find everything that I produce. And with that, I think that's going to be the end of today's video. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. And again, tomorrow I will be doing this lovely module right here, pronunciation. So tuning anywhere between 9:30 and 12 noon UK GMT time. And you'll catch me doing the live stream. Otherwise, everything gets uploaded to my YouTube channel. And with that, I think I'm going to love you and leave you. So thank you very much for watching. As always, take care, stay safe, keep sane, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.